This is rather interesting. It's a TMS 9900 processor, it looks like. Date code of 12th week of 79. Obviously some card slots. I believe these are a row of PALs along here. No, they're 74LS240, so it's just TTL. It really is just all TTL logic. I have no idea what this array of jacks here is. It's interesting construction. It's missing what I'm assuming were the two ROMs. I've always been kind of interested in playing with the 9900, you know, building a simple single board up, and probably everything I need to do that is sitting right here. So I thought that was kind of an interesting find and should be fun. Yet another S100 prototyping card. I've got a bunch of prototyping cards, but you know, when they're in a junk pile, you just can't pass them up. Someday I may get back to playing with my S100 stuff. Floppies. Double-sided, double density, at least the majority, I believe, are. There may be a few, you know, there's a high density there, but I'm guessing majority of these are double density. Yeah, so haven't actually looked to see if there's anything good here. This looks to be just a fresh box, which is always appreciated. So floppies. Never have enough double density, double-sided 5 1/4s, but I do now. So floppies. You know, 1990, these might be high density, but I kind of doubt it. All kinds of just software here, tax updates. These may have been backups from a business or something at some point, I don't know. At some point when I'm really bored, I will sit down and format them and sort out the good from the bad. You know, for DOS 2x, 3x, 384K, that's a double side, double density. Yeah, see 2D. So I think this is probably a supply for several more years, at least for me, if not longer, of double side, double density. Floppies. I actually started with about this many several years ago, and I'm surprised that I've actually gone through them all with all the vintage systems that I've worked with, but I actually have. Oops, just a floppy. You may recognize the rattle. 64K DRAMs. Can't see the part number. I think it was 56K DRAMs. These are PALs. Get the other glasses on. I'll get the right glasses on to read them. They are look like PAL 16/8, which can be useful. I believe these were DRAMs again. More 64K Micron DRAMs. Lighting in here is not as good as I'd like, but it was just a sea of PALs and DRAMs and rails. So I grabbed them. We'll just get them sorted into my inventory. Quite intrigued with this. Blazy Engineering Type and Speak. Have no clue what it is. I haven't opened one yet. There's a speaker on the bottom. Printer disc and serial. Makes me wonder if you can type and have it speak. There are two of them. Somebody's already had a go inside. The screws have been removed, so while we're sitting here, we'll open one up and take a look at what we got inside. A little keyboard. The ribbon flex. Are these battery packs, maybe? Oh, it's got a screw to lock it. Looking Let's see if there's anything in here I recognize. It's actually newer than I thought it was. Looking at the construction. There's a flash ROM. Is that a PIC? Yeah, there's a PIC series processor there, an HD 64180 micro. I don't recognize this part. I was really hoping to find some kind of text-to-speech chip in here, like an STB212, something like that. I'll have to look at it. This might be kind of fun to fire up and see what's in it. That screwdriver's not going to back that out of there. I'm guessing these have rechargeable batteries in them. Yep, no surprise. They don't look to have leaked. Can't say if they're all good or not. I'll have to put some power on it and see what happens. This is certainly done piss poorly. Almost like somebody added those after the fact. All the case screws are out of this one as well. Can I pry it open? And it's got a long tube of AA, I'm sure rechargeable nightcabs. Don't know if these will be good for playing with or not. So I was really hoping to find like an SPO256 kind of speech processor in there. Ooh, that keyboard cable's really tight. It's already got the keyboard loose. I don't know what this chip is here. This may be a text-to-speech chip. Don't really know. It's a CA9259 or 78A263. Maybe it's a ROM. Like I say, a lot newer than I was expecting to see inside. And the date codes are 9307, so it's older actually than I think. Just don't know. So, a little bit of investigation. See if these might be fun to play with. I couldn't just leave them in the junk box. Slew of ribbon cables with IDC connectors. And that looks like a setup for a floppy. You know, I have tons of this kind of stuff, but I just can't pass them up when I find them. Probably an 8-inch floppy cable looking at it. Or maybe SCSI. But, you know, couldn't pass it up. It's just more cables and connectors to go into the box. DB25 breakout board. Can be kind of useful. Might be useful with that Amiga. This was too cool to leave behind. Solid state logic. Look at those displays. They are Siemens. Some kind of 4-character dot matrix. I can't tell if they're like a gas discharge. They don't look like bonded LEDs to me. Although anything's possible. I'm going to have to do some research on them. PD 4437. 26th week of 95 it looks like. So I'll have to look up what these displays are, but like I say, 16 digits worth. That's kind of a cool little board. This got thrown in the box. I don't even know what it is. Oh, single cell DC to DC drivers. Huh. Interesting. couldn't pass this bag of switches and little push buttons and knobs up. The knobs all have little brass inserts. Look really nice, and it's got these just long, strange, I'm sure they're lighted push button switches. It was just like, yeah, rather than see that go in the trash. I grabbed that. Pin tool. I was actually looking for my pin tool the other day and couldn't find it. This is going to be useful because I have a nice unbend up one there. A Renaissance, can't even say it, innovative multiples. It's an STM32 primer. It's like it might have an OLED display or something on it. Little joystick buzzer. I'm sure it's just a development system to demo. Some development package, whether it has use or not. Yet another, I don't know how many of these I've got. Dip insertion tool and kind of pin straightener. So quite a lot of stuff. Those displays should be fun to see if I can bring them back to life. Type and speak. Probably the coolest thing that was found today is this TRS-80 music synthesizer. Just lost in a box of junk. I don't know that I can get this tape off without destroying the rear label on it. I'm sure this has some collector value to somebody. I hate peeling tape like this. For fear I'm going to rip that paper sticker. But you know, if I took like some Goo Gone, it would remove the paper label on the back. I will just very gently keep pulling. I'm assuming this is for the Model 1 or maybe Model 3 with that connector, and it's interesting the size of the connector that's on it. I don't know if that's probably as factory, just based on the way the ribbon cable's cut. Boy, that left a mess behind. It is model number 261922. I'll have to research that. Radio Shack TRS-80 music synthesizer. So it definitely is probably for the Model 1 or maybe Model 3 or something. That might be the expansion connector under the Model 3 actually might be what that would go into. So that's kind of cool. Really nice little find. I've actually already forgotten what's in this bag. Well, that's some mail. Molex microfit connector kit. Brand new, stolen shrink wrap. Rescued from the trash. And another Pick Kit 3. It's been opened, so it's not brand new. Although the cable's still tied like it's brand new. Rescued from the trash. A couple of old school PCBs they decided I needed. I don't really know what I would do with anything with these. You know, there's a retrieve the crystal. Don't know that that has any real value, but it ended up in a bag with me. Motherboard, a couple of EEPROMs. Again, just random logic. It's all soldered directly to the board, so doesn't have a whole lot of value besides maybe pulling a couple of components off of it. Got 3 boxes here of random ICs. They're just kind of loaded. I have no idea. This is one of them. I think these were bitrate generators, CDP 1871s. There was a box of Z80s and a box of 14411s I don't recognize. And a whole handful of RS-232 cables in the bottom of the bag, just because I can't see them go to waste. These are actually in copper recycle. I just plucked them out of a bin. I think I'll do enough stuff with serial stuff that having serial cables is useful. Is there anything I've missed here? It doesn't look like it. So, nice little haul for the day. So, is what it is. We'll talk soon.